End the Fed, eh? So we hear all the time that if we got rid of the Fed, inflation would go away. We'd have strong dollar. We'd go back to the gold standard. The whole thing. It'd be great because it's so great when we had a gold standard. There was no Federal Reserve. All right. So I'm reading this book, The Depression of the 90s. Talk about 1890s, not the 1990s, and it's from my man. What's the guy's name again? Hold on, just a second, amigos. Charles Hoffman. The Depression of the 90s in Economic History. And this was written in 1970 by old Chucky H. Hoffman. All right. And this is from Carnegie Mellon University. Carnegie Mellon University. So I like getting these old books. And I just find it very interesting. I'm going to share with you one chart here in just a second. But let's see here. In the upswing of prices after 1897 to 1913, construction material prices and the cost of living rose by 49%, right? From 1897 to 1913, we had a 49% increase in the cost of living. Those of metal products, about 40%. Prices of producer durables rose 52%. Prices of basic commodities rose by almost 60%. Of all prices, farm products increased the most at 79%. Huh. Well, how can that possibly be? 79%. A 2.52% increase in cost of living, and then we factor in farm prices at 79%. That is hold on just a second, 179 future value. That's a 3.71% cost increase in farm prices over the course of those years. What? Got this picture I'm going to show you here. This is nuts. From 1890, so I just want to point out 1890 is a McKinley tariff, right? 1890, right there, McKinley tariff. Watch the, what happened? Right here. Watch this is railroad freight ton miles. Below 80% capacity, the amount of railroad freight ton fell by over 20% from 92 to 1897. It was down 20% per year, and even then it fell all the way until 1913. If that's not crazy, I don't know what is. Producer price durable output. Look at that. Producer durable output. Look at that. Again, 1890 was the McKinley tariff. And watch what happened. Massive declines in output. Massive non-durable output. Gross national product, 1929 prices. Well, I mean, these are depressionary. Literally, is why it's called the Depression of the 1890s. I mean, so we have depression from the 1890s. Then we have significant inflation from basically 1897 to 1913. How do you say the Fed is a cause of the economic cycles, the business cycles, the inflation, the deflation? You can't. Just once you see the reality, you can't sit there and say the Fed is the cause of our calamities. You just can't. Here we go back from 1869 to 1897. The cost of living measured by food prices was falling off. About 46%, the price of food fell down from 1869 to 1897. And we had, again, the depression that we had a depression in the 1870s, growth in the 1880s, depression again in the 1890s. I know it sounds great, the cost of goods going down. Dude, you don't understand how bad these things are. I'm telling you, it's kind of like just got back your investment portfolio. So avoiding losses is more important than getting growth. I'm just telling you, losses hurt more than growth wins. It helps. I'm just telling you, man. A 10% loss means you need 11% growth to get back to even. That's just a fact. A 50% loss means you need 100% growth to get back to even. Losses hurt more than gains help. It's just that simple. Anyway, so the point being is, well, the whole point I wanted to do this is because this whole thing about end the Fed, and it's just so stupid, man. I mean, audit the Fed, fine. I got no qualm with that. That's the least of my concerns, man, about the overall economic malaise that we could be going into here. But it's just stop with the Fed causes inflation. The whole thing is like the dollar is worth 96% less than what it was in 1913 when the Fed came around, and thus the Fed is bad. I'm like, do people just not know basic economic history? They don't. It's so easy to call them on. The Fed is the cause of all our problems. It's just stupid, man. Stupid. Anyway, so economic fallacies is one of the things, and I'm not an economist. I don't have a PhD in economics, which is probably why I can see the truth because I wasn't browbeaten and and brainwashed into the basic economic theory. You see what I'm saying? The Phillips curve and all. It's just Paul Samuelson and stupid econometrics. So because I can see, I said, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. All right, so don't stop the end the Fed stuff. It's just dumb. All right, God bless. Love your thoughts. Smash the like button.